Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
What the rascal? Who is this, brother? Yo, people. What you telling me? Back again for another footy talk. Months, what you telling me, bruv?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. Another day, another dub. But things to talk about. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I know you man are happy. It's the first time I've spoken to you since the big news, since the big funeral. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
brother. That's
There's
right.
There's something different in the air, bro. There's something different in the air. I can, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to me, man. You saying?
Life is good, bruv. Life is good. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? United are free of the terrorist. Do you know what I'm saying? Emancipation and this is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, we're chilling, bro. I'll be honest, bro. I'm enjoying life right now, bro. This is paradise for me, bro. We're chilling, bro. You know what I mean? It's rude season right now. You know what I mean? And that just means that there's no pressure. Man, just get to watch football and just see what happens, bro. There's absolutely no stress, blood. There's none. It feels good. It feels good, bro. I'm not gonna lie, blood. What are you telling me, fam?
I'm not gonna lie, man. Obviously, Arsenal game happened. We'll get into that. Obviously, Brighton game was all right. So kind of just about winning your games, innit? Because now we've been given a favorable draw for once against Southampton. So man's happy about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, and I told man about Nkunku. Only now people are starting to see it. Chelsea fans are starting to see the light that he doesn't have a place in that squad. It doesn't matter how talented he is. He's not being utilized for what they bought him for. And the first half decent team that Chelsea have played in a cup competition, they didn't score a goal. And that's no shock to me. That's no shock to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't know where to start, really. Like, obviously, I did catch parts of the United game and I saw you, man, slyly hooping. I was seeing a few more patterns in that.
Hold on. I hope you weren't one of these guys that wrote off my guy Casemiro. I hope you weren't one of those.
Oh, I was. I said he was dusty.
I hope. Bruv, that's why I had to wheel it up, bro. Because I was
I said he was.
My spidey senses were telling me that Monts was talking shit, blood. You know, like that. Somebody just had to.
He ain't back yet, bro. We still got more to do, man. He ain't back.
No. That's why I had to be sure, bro. I had to be sure because I know, bro. Listen, you know what I'm saying, bro? I take names, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I know certain man was talking shit about my guy, bruv. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, my man turned up and he was hooping, bruv, from the logo, blood. From the logo. Man could talk shit about Casemiro, but how many of you, man, got a CM in your team that can do that?
Dude, that can do what?
Well, you didn't see the goal yesterday. We didn't see the first
McAllister got them in the bag, innit? So McAllister got them in the bag still.
Brother, how many of you, man, got a CM in your team, bro?
You must be talking
in this whole chat, blood.
Yeah, you must be talking to the chat. You can't talk to me because McAllister
listen, we're not hearing about that fake Argentine, bro. Man, Scottish or something, bro. Listen.
He's got bangers though. So
how many of you, man, got shooters like Cass, bro? How many you got shooters like Cass? This is the reality. Do you know what I mean? This is man's midfield destroyer, bro. The defensive midfielder, these man I was talking about. Man, one touch and bins that off, bro.
McAllister got 3 worldies and he's been at Liverpool for 1 season, bro. So that's more worldies than Casemiro. But if we're talking ball strike and McAllister got that, I don't want to hear nothing. On the volley, half volley on the volley, skew it into the top.
Listen, man, I ain't
first time reef for the net in the Premier.
I ain't even trying to hear all that. Do you know what I mean? Attacking the box, Casemiro in the air, he's violent, bro. Unmarkable from
even that bum Soboslai got bangers. That's
unmarkable from set pieces. Don't tell me about Sobo, that scrub, man.
I told you he's a bum, but he's still got bangers though.
Listen, Casemiro's a goal threat from everywhere, blood.
Bangers, bro.
You can't sleep.
He's a bum. He's a bum.
Sleep, bro. You can't sleep when Casemiro's active, bro. In the box, headers, volleys, long ranges. Do you know what I'm saying? Professional yellow cards. That's my midfielder, bro. Man, we're talking shit about Cass. Man said leave the game. The game leaves you, blood. I think it was one of your scrub legends, bro. Who ain't got he ain't got no highlights in his 15-year football career. You know, no highlights.
So one game against Leicester and he's back then. Yeah,
it's not one game, blood. He never left.
He never left. Okay.
He never left, bro.
He needs help. I still think he needs help. I think he needs help in that midfield. Cool. As I said, I said he was done in it, like he was done out here. I can be wrong about things. I can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You was telling me passion fruit on guava started the season. You was wrong about that. I can say I was wrong about that.
Bruv, we got the manager that you man wanted, bruv.
Huh?
We got the manager you man wanted. So, bro, passion fruit, blood.
No,
listen. This is gonna be the sweetest flavors at Old Trafford. You know them one.
Oh, here we go. It didn't take long. It didn't take long.
Ruben. You know, like that. Ruben. You know what I mean? And my manager's got hair on his head as well. Hair on his head, bro. You know, like that. My manager's best years are ahead of him, bro. My manager's still got a hairline, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
This is the Rants I wanted back, man.
My manager's got hair on his head, blood. All these follically challenged brothers, bruv. All these brothers that are stressed in life, blood. And my manager's got hair, blood. Yo, brother, it's crazy right now. That's it. And not a grey inside either. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what it is, bro. Jet black hair, blood. Jet black Sadio
Lego heads, that's the one. Lego head part 2.
Brother. Jet black
Lego head,
Sadio Mane. You get me? This is what man are on right now. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, the game is the game, bro. Yeah, I mean, tell me about your guy, man like Gakpo, bro. Man turned up with the AK-47 yesterday for them pagans, blood.
Yeah, bro. Bro. I don't know what it is about Gakpo in these competitions, in it. Yeah, but like he just backs out the Glock 9, and bro. The way he whipped that, like Harry, bro. The whip on that. Yeah. If I didn't even really bend like that, it was just a straight. You know when Harry Kane ripped off the mask against Arsenal when he scored that banger, and he's taken off the mask and he's going mad, bro. The goal was almost a carbon copy of that. I'm not gonna lie, innit? Because we rotated heavy, I didn't go into this game thinking, yeah, we're smacking them. I'll be real. But Gakpo has this thing where he shows these moments, like, because cool, if he did that for the Netherlands, Rants, would you be surprised? You wouldn't really be surprised if he did that for the Netherlands. You wouldn't be. But when it comes to Liverpool, we are kind of like, so like, you know what I'm saying? You're kind of looking at it like, right, cool. So last season, you know what I'm saying? I don't even need to say too much about it, but you kind of know what I'm getting at when I say that. So I'm happy that Gakpo, he's obviously going to get his time, and he is being rotated with Diaz in it. Like, it's not a thing where it's just one winger that plays left wing. He's getting his game time. He starts in the champs, and he starts in the champs, he starts in the cups, and he does start some league games. But if you do give Gakpo the time, like what I was about to say in the comment, coincidentally, if you do give him that time and space, because I'm not gonna act like he does that, he does this thing, because he kind of stood there like, yeah, I do this. You've tried that shot like 30-40 times and it's come off the once, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna overstate that goal. But if you do give him time and space, especially when he does the reverse shot into the corner, Gakpo's got that. He's got the fundamentals to be a winger in the Premier League, to be a left winger. He's strong, he's fast, he can hold up the ball, he can strike a ball cleanly. I think his finishing's 50-50, but Gakpo, he's got like 180 GA and he's like 25 in his career. Like, this guy gets goals and assists. For us, it's about, is he going to get the game time required for him to keep to get things going? Because in certain games, you're going to need Gakpo more than Diaz. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? When he's going up against Reece James, he was pinning Reece James because he's strong. He's strong in it. Like, you can win those 50-50s. You can win your duels and things like that. So Gakpo for me, and even the second finish, that near post thing, that's not easy, you know. That's not easy to just rush that near post before the keeper gets set. And we needed that because Brighton were giving us a little bit of trouble. And Jaros had to bail us out a few times. He made one ridiculous save where he was going the other way and he's tipped it onto the post. That was a dumb save. So
yeah, it was a crazy save still.
Yeah, like, and obviously he saved the 1-on-1 in the first half, and he saved the 1-on-1 against Palace, actually, against Eze, I think. When when Alisson got injured, sorry, and Kelleher was ill and he had to come in. So yeah, man, I'm mad happy with Gakpo still, because I feel like in the Prem, he's built for the Prem, but you know these Dutchmen don't like getting dirty. Come on, man. These Dutchmen, they don't like getting dirty, bro.
Yeah, they're not physical still.
It's taken Grav a year to really want the art of challenging and that, to really like it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's because it's very, very different from what they're used to. Their league's not physical at all.
Yeah,
so it's a proper culture shock, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's mad technical and not physical at all, innit? And then they're coming into a physical league, bro. So it's 100%. Not for everyone, but Gakpo, he's got something about him, though.
Yeah, he's got that. Do you know what it is as well? He knows what he wants to do. You know that dink to the back post that Alexis used to do? Alexis used to love that little cut in and dink to the back post. I think, I don't know if you lot think it's game time or whether it's the system, but I think this system is suiting him more. But I don't think he was that bad on the Klopp. I think he just preferred Diaz.
Gakpo?
Yeah.
Nah, I think on the Klopp he was washed, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't think the Klopp thing, bro. The Dutch boys were struggling under Klopp. Apart from Virgil, I think Gakpo and Gravenberch were struggling under Klopp, bro. It was a bit too frantic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Gakpo prefers a more possession-based kind of football, blood. You see it. Like, he balls out for the Netherlands, blood, when he plays there. And they've even played him in a 10 sometimes, bro. Like, he likes to get the ball to feet, innit? The Klopp's thing is ball into space, and it's kind of dead. I'm not gonna lie. I think this suits him a lot more, bro. I thought I would have seen him play more football, but Diaz has been balling. So
yeah, that's a good. I think that's a good headache to have, bro. Like, it's not like, cool, one's moving shit, so we have to play the other. But if the other has a bad game, we've got nothing off the bench. Like, I like the fact that we bought Diaz. Diaz went onto the left side and went and bagged the goal himself. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I'm happy with Gakpo, and I think, as I said, this system's definitely going to suit him more. I just want to see him bag a few more goals in the Premier League, innit? I want to see him get a few more in the Premier League and start imposing himself. Because if we get the Gakpo that balls out for his country, we've got a good one there at a good age, you know. You know what I'm saying? He ain't old and that. Like, he's got a good age. His fitness is good. He touch wood. He doesn't pick up little knocks here and there. He's usually quite fit all the time. I feel like wingers don't want to come up against him just because he's physically, you know, them tall wingers, like them bulky wingers, but he's still got feet.
Yeah. He's got a weird build because he's almost built like a centre forward, but do you know what I'm saying? He's a winger, innit? A bit like that scrub layout, you know, the ones like them man are built like strikers, but they play out wide. So Gakpo's an interesting
Probably Rashford
one.
now as well, innit? Because Rashford's quite tall. Isn't Rashford quite tall?
Rashford's tall, but he's skinny though.
He's streamlined, innit?
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, Gakpo's solid. Like, he's built like he could be a hold-up man. You know, like that. He's built like that. So it's one of them things where I've seen him play centrally. He's played in the 9. He's played in the 10. He's playing out wide at the moment, but he's big and strong without being aggressive.
He started off well in the false 9 under Klopp, and then it kind of dried out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he can actually be deployed centrally. I was even saying that, bro, like, because after the Arsenal game, and I knew this before the Arsenal game, I don't like when Diaz and Nunes play in the front three because there's too much erraticness in one forward line. You know what I'm saying? You know how you don't like seeing Garnacho and Rasmus? Where if you play Xerxes, you can kind of Garnacho is you don't want to see Garnacho there, but cool, you've got pace off the wing for Xerxes to kind of play someone in behind, so you can kind of deal with it. For me, if Gakpo plays left wing, then Nunes can play up top because then I've got Salah and Gakpo, and then I've got one erratic guy there who it doesn't kind of, it's a bit janky. But if it's Diaz and
Nunes is a bit frantic,
it's too frantic. There's no patterns, and you're kind of relying on a Salah moment of brilliance to put it on.
It's not balanced. It's not balanced.
There's no balance there, bro. So, and we saw that against Arsenal. Diaz and Nunes, there was nothing for the first 50 minutes of the game. Well, you know what I'm saying? There was nothing there. So I have to be honest with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal gave us some real work in that first 50 minutes. Real life work, bro. Because there was nothing going forward. And the worst thing is, if you have Sobo, Nunes, and Diaz all in one arc, it's dead.
I think that you lot didn't help yourselves against Arsenal. I don't think they done anything amazing. I just think that they actually came out and played football, like, and I wasn't expecting them to. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it was amazing football. They just actually played football instead of sitting back like they did in the second half.
Yeah, they cut off the supply to our wingers. They cut off the supply to our wingers very well. So Diaz was only receiving the ball back to goal in his own half. You know what I'm saying? Salah was only receiving the ball if he won his duels with Timber, which he actually won a few of them, to be fair. But again, at Salah's age, we don't need to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? You can play the ball into his feet and he'll hold the ball up. But yeah, no, I listen, bro. I gave Arsenal their credit that they came out and played and that and whatnot. And I was more disappointed in our performance. But I just can't. For me, it just shows that there's certain combinations. I know Jota's done out here with the rib thing. He's done it at the moment, so we don't know when we're gonna see him back. But if Nunes is gonna play, Diaz Sly got a hold bench, or he's gonna have to do the refined game thing. Because at least with Gakpo, there's balance.
No, you're right. But every team's like that. I'm sure every team's got a combination that
works better.
That ideally you wouldn't want to work, bro. And this is why I say, like, even with United, you can't do Bruno, Højlund, Rashford, and Garnacho. It doesn't work.
No way. It
don't work, bro. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. When we saw yesterday, the prime example was as soon as he took off Rashford and Garnacho, Bruno and Rasmus could be on the pitch, but Xerxes and Ahmad were on. So you got two man that ball in it. So because you got two man that really ball, Bruno was half balling and Rasmus can't ball at all. But the balance is you got more ballers than you don't. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's when we cooked, blood. There was like a 20-minute spell in the second half when we were really, really hooping, bruv. Like really hooping. Xerxes was doing little flicks and spins and that because he was feeling it. Because the man them were there. First half was the ghetto, fam. With Rashford, Garnacho, and Bruno behind Xerxes. It was nasty.
But bro, Xerxes been getting. I'll be honest. I'm having to fight for my life with Xerxes. I'm having to fight for my life with Xerxes. You know, because for me, I don't think he's playing as bad as what people are saying.
He's not, bro.
Because I vouched for him before you got him. I vouched for him when you got him. I'm telling everyone this guy is cold, and I still think he's cold. But I'm fighting for I'm drowning, G.
Bro, you don't need to, bro. All you need to do, I'm doing exactly what I done with Casemiro, yeah. Is, bro, you don't need to fight everyone. Just wait. You know them ones. Just wait, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just wait. Because that's what I did with Casemiro. It got to the point where I'm not going to be arguing with, man. Do you know what I'm saying? When Jamie Carragher's going out and trying to run agendas on Casemiro, yeah, I was like, you know what? It's mainstream, yeah, to disrespect Cas now. Let's just wait, innit? And then as soon as Cas starts doing his thing, yeah, just make sure, yeah, that you, man, apologize. This is it. This is it. So I don't even need to fight, bro. I know what I see, bro. Do you know what I mean? I know football, bruv. That's one thing. If there's anything in life, yeah, that I will put my hand in fire and say, I know football. There's other things. There's other things, bro. There's plenty of things in life to know, but one thing, yeah, bro, like I've been involved in football since I could walk, blood, and football is literally one of the most prominent things in my life from I was born, blood. And I watch and I study football, and I watch and I study footballers to the point where I know football, blood. That's one thing I know that I know. Do you know what I'm saying? That it's not a debate for me. There's a lot of things that I like and a lot of things that I know about and I'm trying to know about and I'm educating myself on. But with football, yeah, nah. This one, I'll go blind in it when it comes to this football thing, bro. And I know, yeah, what I'm seeing, bruv. I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm seeing, and I can articulate it. A lot of these men that are saying Xerxes not good, they can't tell me why he's not good because they don't know ball, bro. I'll be real. Sometimes in life, it's just as simple as you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Bro. And this guy yesterday, yeah, when Rashford and Garnacho left the pitch, it was a different game of football completely. And it was nothing to do with coaching. It was all to do with personnel and spacing on the pitch, bro. Man United spacing on the pitch is some of the worst stuff I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. Some of the worst stuff I've ever seen, bro. And the thing is, if you're a baller like Ahmad or Sancho or Xerxes and even Casemiro, you need players close to you. You don't play in isolation, bro. The reason why, yeah, Casemiro, people were blaming Casemiro for the 2 goals against Liverpool, yeah, was because the spacing on the pitch weren't good enough, bruv. Isolation. Every time Cas gets the ball, takes a touch, gets his head up, there's no one within 5 to 10 meters of him. He has to take extra touches and then he loses the ball. It's not because he can't withstand the pace of the Premier League. It's because Man United's spacing and ability of understanding where to be to receive a ball and help your teammate is non-existent, bro. So every time Xerxes gets the ball, yeah, there's no obvious option. There's no obvious option to pass to. And he's the kind of guy that makes up his mind about what he's going to do with the ball before he gets the ball. But you can't do that when there's no one near you. You can't do it. As soon as he had players around him in the second half, my man was doing little fakes, whatever, popping the ball around the corner, getting it back, doing all these other things in the second half. And man went from saying, this guy's dying to Xerxes cooking, just like that. And what was the difference? The difference was just having more intelligent players around him and closer to him, bro, because he's a combination player. He's not going to pick up the ball, drop a shoulder, take someone on and drive 30 yards with the ball. He's not going to do that. So why are you playing the ball up to him? It's not really
like that anymore, for one.
No, but it's like that if you're a Rashford or a Garnacho, though. Do you know what I mean? But
them man can't even do that.
But that's the point. But they just run it. They run it out for a throw-in or something. But man think that that's football, bro.
That's
not. Man think that that's football.
But that's to be fair, I know what you're saying. This is what I like. And when I remember there was a time where Firmino was getting a lot of slander because he was only averaging, I think, 7 to 11 Premier League goals a season. And when Mane and Salah kind of maybe dropped off, or when there was a shaky period for Liverpool, the conversation would be, should Firmino be scoring more goals? Firmino needs to be scoring more goals. And people are trying to, it was becoming a bit mainstream to go like, yeah, this Firmino guy, you might need a striker kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? People were suggesting a 4-2-3-1 with Jota in the striker, Firmino in the 10. And I feel like people at the time, because everyone rates Firmino now, But at the time, let's not act like there weren't moments where people were clowning him for his
These
goal
men
returns.
don't know football, brother. I'll be real.
And this is my point. But this is my point though, because they're not seeing the little nuances, the little flicks, the little tricks, the little touches, the little holding the ball up to get your team up the pitch. All these parts of the game, the technical brilliance, knowing where to be. Like I look at Xerxes, and I'm not saying Xerxes for me, no, that's not what I'm saying, guys. But if you know ball, then you'd know what Xerxes' game is. He's never been a prolific goal scorer. So why do you look at him, not see him score goals, and go, he's shit? That doesn't make sense. That makes zero sense.
Yeah, but bro,
You
these men are dumb though. This is the reality. Like I don't have no respect here for unintelligence because Google's free. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can read, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are bootlegging football matches, so it's not even like they're paying for them, bro. Like money's not an option. Most of these men got smartphones. They're watching the same games that man's watching. They're on YouTube, the same platform that man's watching, bro. If you want to educate yourself on football, blood, there's things you can watch, blood. Do you know, like that? So if you're dumb, it's your fault. I'll be real. I just don't rate unintelligence, bro. So when man say dumb things, yeah, I just pity them, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's just a vacant space in their head, bro, and it's wasted, bro. They might as well use it for storage, bro.
And that's why I kind of I've had respect for Martial, because when Martial's legs went because of his injuries, he was able to play centrally because he was technically good enough to hold the ball up. I remember when you mashed up Man City that one time, you mashed them up, and the ball was just going to Martial, and the defenders couldn't get the ball. He was just doing the right things to get the runners on, and it was, do you know what I'm saying? Because he could adapt his game. He didn't have to do the left wing thing. Even though he was a streamlined Ousmane Dembele style, very quick guy with technical ability, when his legs kind of went, he was happy to kind of just drift into the middle and do his thing as a striker. And he had the finishing ability when he was fit. You see what I'm saying? So that's why that was why Martial was different to Rashford and different to Lukaku and different to Lingard. You know what I'm saying?
But Martial got disrespected, yeah. But the funny thing is, yeah, we always played better with him than without him. That's the joke. And Xerxes another one. We play better football when he's on the pitch, but he gets disrespected by people that don't understand football. This is exactly what it is. Like even this comment here, yeah. Like, where is it? A striker's job is to score goals. And if he wants to contend, he has to be prolific. That's crazy. You're chatting shit, blood. Different systems require different profiles from all of their players, bro. Not every wide player is a goal scorer. Not every wide player is a creative player. Not every striker is an out-and-out goal scorer. Some are facilitators, bro. Like, there's different types of strikers. There's different types of midfielders. There's different types of defenders, bro. Virgil van Dijk is not Konate, bro. There are different types of every single position on the pitch. And if you don't understand that, you don't understand football, bro. And that's okay, but get in the bin, innit? Because that lack of intellect is crazy to me.
That's why I was saying that when I watched your manager play Mazraoui in the 10, when Ahmad's been at the club for 4 years and has never seen a game in the 10.
There you go.
While also having a 10 on the pitch in Xerxes and a striker on the bench in Hoylands. But you still play the 10 up top. You play the wing back in the 10, and you lock the youth that plays 10/right wing in the basement. Like, this is why I was saying this was prime terrorism. This was prime terrorism at its finest. Which is, again, when I go back to saying when we had that back and forth about you, man, looking different and whatnot, I said, bro, as long as that terrorist is in charge, it's not happening. When you're seeing stuff like that, the misprofiling of players, the consistent misprofiling. I'm a fan of Amorim, so I haven't been sitting here talking shit about Amorim. Don't get me wrong. If he fucks up, I'm going to be here for it, and I'm going to be shameless. But I know he's a good tactical manager, bro. He's a good coach, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've got the slander names in my back pocket, but that's because my job isn't to rate you, man. My job's to hate you, man. But if we're talking football, the guy plays 3-4-3, so you won't see the same gaps in the midfield. You know what I'm saying? He likes to make sure that his wingers are like winger 10s. They're winger 10 builds. Taliafico, Marcus Edwards.
That's what he does. That's what he does.
He likes those. Yeah, he likes those Sarabia type wingers who,
and those players need a focal point to link with in build-up, bro. They need a man. They need a striker that they can bounce the ball off.
Yeah, unless you're a goal machine like Gyökeres, where it kind of doesn't matter because you're scoring, bro. A man has 62 goals in 64 appearances. If you're scoring at that rate, Rants, it don't really matter. I'll be honest, doesn't matter.
Yeah, but bro, but look at the goals, yeah.
But
look at the goals that he scores, bro, and look at the goal involvements Gyökeres has. Gyökeres, first and foremost, is a link man, bro. He's a goal scorer second, bro. He helps facilitate that attack. They bounce the ball into Gyökeres, bro. They'll play it into him. He'll put his foot on it, bro.
Yeah, he's a very well-rounded player. There's some people, I've heard some of the fans don't rate him for some reason. I don't know why. There's some fans that don't
Who's
rate
that? Doesn't rate who?
Gyökeres.
Listen, you know what it is with Gyökeres, yeah? It's like Nunes played in that league and scored goals, so it's one of the. So that league is kind of dusted in. Yeah, that league's kind of dusted in terms of the translation with centre forwards, innit? If you've got a little bit of physicality in that league, you're gonna do well anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, and the fact is, Gyökeres was in the championship, yeah, and a lot of people didn't deem him good enough to buy him for a Premier League team at the time. So the jury's out on Gyökeres, innit? Like, it's out on him. I like his profile as a player. I think he's got a very good profile. However, what level of striker is he, yeah, in the Premier League? Because if you look at someone like Mitrovic, for instance, yeah, if you put Mitrovic in that Portuguese league, he'll be doing exactly what Gyökeres is doing. And he still played in the Premier League, but for Fulham. Nobody looked at Mitrovic as a top 6 striker. They didn't look at him like that. So,
by the way, I think Mitrovic is cold, by the way.
I think Mitro's cold as well.
Yeah,
I think Mitro's cold.
Underrated for me.
Do you know what I'm saying? I think Mitro's cold. But the point is, yeah, like, there's levels to everything in it. And I think when you're at the better clubs in the world, there's less is going to be built around you, and also there's less room for certain deficiencies in it. This is just what it is, bro. Certain men just suit certain systems and a certain level of football. That is it. So I rate Gyökeres from what I've seen. Do I rate him as highly as everyone else at the moment? No, because I haven't seen enough, bro. I need to see him against better opposition more consistently before I make a definitive judgment. However, I can say that he's got a very good skill set, very well-rounded. Do you know what I mean? He's good enough on the ball. He's not amazing on the ball, but he's very competent, bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't watch him with the ball at his feet and say, yeah, he's sick, but he's competent. Do you know what I mean? But his physicality is top level, blood. He's very strong. He's a powerful runner as well. So he does have the profile to be a problem. But in the right system, like, let's not sleep on how important the manager's system is for how he gets goals, bro. Because if you look at the little interchanging and the little interplays that Sporting Lisbon does, it plays into his strengths, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? It really does. So I believe any half-decent striker, yeah, in that system is going to score goals. Anyone. You just have to have decent feet, bro. And if you understand where the ball's going to be and have a good understanding relationship with the 2 10s behind you, you're going to eat, bro.
Yeah.
I think you're going to eat, bro. So
and I think as well, though, that league, as we said, it's very hard to. We've seen a lot of players do well, and we've seen more players do worse, or at least be shown a sort of level where you got to come here and you're gonna need some time. You know what I'm saying? Or more time. When a player does well, he goes to a team that doesn't have time.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. So, but if we're talking winger builds, Ahmad is a similar build to Marcus Edwards.
He is indeed, yeah.
Tagliafico, even though Tagliafico is preferred over Marcus Edwards at the moment, still a similar kind of technical build, not necessarily blistering PMP. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Gyökeres has a PMP about him. He's got a good build. He's quick.
He's technical,
but he can move his feet. You know what I'm saying? Or so when we're looking at Amorim's style, I've always said until you man go get another centre back, Maguire can play with Yoro and De Ligt in the back three until you can go upgrade in the summer. Like, because a free back is what we see Maguire do well in for England. A free back is what Maguire built his name off.
But the line is high as fuck, though. That's the only thing, bro.
Yeah, the line's high as fuck, but that's what you have your sweepers for. Thiago Silva was in a high Chelsea line in the back three, but he was protected. He had Rudiger. No, not Rudiger, sorry. Who did he have? He had who did he have next to him? That was Chelsea fans. Let me know who it was Thiago Silva had.
Probably was Rudy.
Was it Rudy?
Probably was.
Maybe I was right. But he had, if you have sweepers, it's all right to have the defender that's the brain. And I'm not saying Maguire's the brain, but there's going to be times where you're going to need. Oh yeah, it's Christensen and Rudiger.
And Rudiger,
yeah. There's going to be times where you can compensate for the one defender, and also you kind of need your all-action guy who's going to put his head for a brick wall anyway. Kind of need that at times. You're going to get better when you upgrade in your window because this isn't his team when he comes. It's not going to be his team, is it? This isn't even Arne Slott's team.
No,
it's not his team yet. But
this is why we're linked with Alphonso Davies as well, bro, because recovery pace, blood. If we're going to play that high line, we kind of do need it. Do you know what I'm saying? We need recovery pace, and he's like a dark-skinned Kyle Walker, blood. You know them ones when it comes to recovery, Alphonso Davies, bro. Even though I don't think he's amazing, yeah. I just think that I can see why Man United are linked with him now, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to get Eight Nori, but I understand why we're linked with Walker now, because that recovery pace is going to be important if we're playing such a high line.
It is, but I think I don't think wing back is like your issue in it. I know you can upgrade. I don't think wing back.
I think it's our issue because we don't have a left-footed wing back. We don't have one, blood. I'd play Anthony there because we ain't got no one. And he likes to play wing.
Anthony left wing back actually could do a thing.
Yeah, but it would cook. I reckon it will cook, bruv. I'll be real.
No cap, like left wing back Anthony. Like and you know what it is? He could even do the jinky majink when he does the overlap when needed. Like you could use this little majink. He's give and go, but
bruv, all he needs to do is receive the ball, out wide, one touch, underlap, number 10, just play it down the line. That's it in the corridor, and that's your job done. Like that's it. It's basic shit, bruv. I'll be real, because them man play the way Amorim plays. If you're a wing back, you're in acres, bro. You're in acres of space, blood, because they stay right on the chalk. Right on the chalk, blood. Them man have got chalk on their boots for real. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where it could work, bro. They're just there to keep the width and the depth in the team. Do you know what I'm saying? When they attack here, they're right on the deepest attacking line, looking across the line as wide as they can be. So he'll actually have time, and as long as and when you've got the 2 10s inside, you've got someone to bounce the ball off, innit? So
yeah, the wingers there's similarities to Xabi Alonso's 3-4-3. Not saying the wingers are going to be as high as in his system, because the wingers aren't as high as Xabi's wing back. Sorry, the wingers, they're not as high as Xabi's.
No, it's very similar to Xabi Alonso's, but I think his build up is almost identical. The difference is with Xabi Alonso, his defensive line's higher as well. He plays suicide ball.
You know that's what I'm saying. That the wing backs are like there's not as much balance, which is why they tend to go behind in games and get their way. Like, have you not noticed how they go behind in a lot of games, bro? Like, that still happens with him. Yeah, he's a new man. He's new in his job, innit? Like, man's in his.
I think he'll change it after he holds some more licks. I'll be honest.
That's what I'm saying, because they're not. And people aren't gonna give him the leeway that he got last season. He's not gonna get that leeway. Even in his own league, he's not gonna get that leeway, because we're seeing them draw games now. You can't rely on these men scoring last minute. Frimpong and Grimaldo aren't going to do it every single game, and they got moved to by Atalanta in that final as well, which is I think was a big reality check as well, by the way. So, but yeah, no, just going back to Amorim and United. I'm not on the hating thing. Don't get me wrong. You man aren't back yet. It's going to take a lot of work, and certain players for me are going to have to go, because Amorim's a tech man. He's a tech man manager. And you, man, still don't have enough tech man for me, in my opinion, in your squad. You need to sign more tech. But I said this even when Ten Hag was still there. I said you need more footballers. It's too much PMP reliant with a guy like Fernandes. It's just a recipe for. Well, it's just not a recipe to success. Not a disaster, but
you know it is with Bruno though. Yeah, like yesterday, and you have to credit Ruud van Nistelrooy. Yeah, Man United. Yeah. Man United yesterday. Obviously, I said it during the watch along. I'm sure the majority of you lot here were in the watch along. I said that yesterday, even though especially in the first half, it wasn't crisp. Me, like with my coaching hat on, I always will have patience for players trying to do the right thing but it's not coming off, because that can be for a number of reasons. Do you know what I mean? Decision making is the most important thing in football. If I see a player making the right decision, but the execution isn't great, I can give them leeway. When you actually look at the underlying numbers of yesterday, remember I said Bruno wasn't hoofing the ball as much yesterday, and even though he was losing the ball, it was more fluid because United were moving the ball quicker. I spoke about the speed in which the ball was moving. People mistake the intensity of running for the speed in which you move the ball. It's not the same thing. Like, you can move a ball very, very quick, and it can be a fast game, but the ball's moving and the players aren't moving so much. People associate a quick game of football with loads of movement from players, but it's not about the movement of the players, it's the movement of the ball, because everyone wants the ball in football. So the speed at which the ball moves is the only thing that matters. It's the only thing. Man United moved the ball a lot quicker, over short distances on the pitch yesterday, and the underlying numbers show that, bro. Do you know what I mean? So when you look at Manchester United, for example, we played 50% less long passes yesterday in the game. 50% less to what we play under Eric Ten Hag, which is ridiculous. 50%. So that's why when I said we wasn't seeing these Bruno hoofball diags, and the underlying numbers show that we played 50% less long passes, and that obviously facilitates quicker ball movement and over short distances, and also it means we create more chances by default, bro. And that was the biggest difference yesterday. The ball was on the ground, the ball was moving quicker, and we made 100 more passes than our average number of passes in a game, because instead of making these long passes, we're making short, fast passes, and that is the way to open teams up, bro.
No, of course. I think the thing is, there was a time when you guys actually did that. In Ten Hag's first season, Bruno's game was one thing I realized. I was like, "Rah, Bruno really simplified his game." In Ten Hag's first year, Bruno really simplified his game, and I was like, "Rah, what? So cool." What? But then, second season in, or even, do you know what it is? I'm not even going to give Bruno the credit for the whole season. It was up until like February, when Casemiro started getting red cards and suspensions and that.
Yeah,
when Cass started when Cass was in and out the team that year, Bruno was as I said, he was good up until then in terms of keeping it simple. Then for the next year and a half, it just went back to grenade ball. So like Bruno is. That's why when I said a while ago that Bruno is capable of playing football, he just doesn't want to, bro. If you give him the freedom to kick ball, he's going to want to be the star of the show. He's going to want to play centre-back, left centre-back, centre-mid, deep line playmaker, and second striker all at once. He'd pass to himself. Pass to himself if he could.
Oh, of course. But this is why I think Amorim... I think we see the best Bruno under Amorim, because Amorim's not going to allow him to do what he wants, bro. This is the thing. If you leave Bruno to play Bruno ball, it's just Hollywood, bro. It's just lumping the ball and that. But yesterday, you could see that Van Nistelrooy told these man, "You're moving the fucking ball on the floor. There's none of this hoofing it into the wings." And guess what was the result of that? Rashford and Garnacho struggled. What a surprise. But you know what? To be fair to Rashford tried, innit? Like, I was happy with Rashford when he got subbed off. Garnacho should have got taken off, because Rashford was trying to do little give and goes with Bruno. He was trying. And even though he's not good at it, I respect the fact that the decisions were right, the execution wasn't right. Do you know what I mean? Garnacho was not trying to pass to no one. And when he did try and pass, the actual weight of the pass was awful. Like, his passing of the ball it's primary school, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was watching it, I was scratching my head. I'm seeing my man mess up 3-yard passes. So it's one of them things where, because Rashford was trying to do the right things, I wasn't mad at how sloppy it was, because he was trying. And that's the thing. It was the same with Dallo at one point, with Xerxes at one point. Like, they were all trying to play. But the execution wasn't great. And also, the spacing on the pitch isn't conducive for moving the ball quickly, bruv. Like, the most important thing if you want to move the ball quickly is you need to have multiple options for a pass, and you need to know who's in what zone. You need to know, bro. Like, the beauty of when you watch Liverpool play out, and you watch Slot play, or if you watch Chelsea play out and you watch Brighton play out, they have a certain way, yeah, that they play out to beat the pressure that they almost mimic over and over and over again. So the first pass might be the same, but there's going to be options either side of the guy on the ball, and it's up to him to choose what option he uses. He might use one of the wide centre backs, he might use one of the fullbacks, or he might play the ball straight into whoever the first line receiver of the ball is in the on the other side of the first line of pressure. But the fact is, when you're playing out, there's always a plan. The problem is with Man United, there's no plan. There's no plan.
There hasn't been a plan for multiple coaches at times. You know what I'm saying?
There hasn't.
I think the few times I've seen a plan is early stages Mourinho. Under Ralph actually had a short time where the 4-4-2 for me was working really well. When you went to the it was the 4-2-2-2.
Yeah, the 4-2-2-2. That formation does
when
work
it was
really
Cavani.
well.
It's when Sanch started doing well. Was it Cavani, Ronaldo, Sanch? That formation at times was looking good when Cavani was getting a run of games and that. Van Gaal, who I think I think people use the revisionism too much. Van Gaal wasn't mad attractive. It was just better for what you guys have seen going forward. But it was fine. Like Van Gaal was overhated because you guys were used to. It was
attractive to me, bro. People said it was boring, but it was no more boring.
No, I don't think it was boring. I just think people are reminiscing about it because of how bad today's been. That's my opinion, innit?
I don't think so. I think the control, bro. We came to your gaff and punched you all over the place, bro, and it's never been done again since then. That's not revisionism. That's straight up. You man got fists up. It was like 65% possession.
No, I'm not talking for the one game. I'm talking about like the attractiveness of the football. I think Van Gaal was your best ball. I think that was your best ball since Fergie's left. I'm just saying the few moments I've seen United with what's the word? Where there's always there's always an intent. There's always intent.
Yeah.
The right sort of everything's with intent is again that 4-4-2 under Ralph, 4-2-2-2, sorry.
Yeah.
The 4-2-2 Mourinho ball in transition was very deadly. Say what you want about Haram ball and that, but in transition, even Oli had like the period before he actually became the official manager of Man United.
When Pogba was hooping, bro. I remember.
When them man were hooping, pink kit times in it, NHS times. So there's been moments where it looks like you guys can be sustainable, and then it just goes out the window for the foreseeable. You know what I'm saying? And Amorim now has to be the anomaly in that. The one guy that it didn't look like that was going to happen with, you got rid of him after he won a trophy. We know who that is. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to kind of look at that with Amorim. He's a young manager. He's going to need time. I look at it in a similar light.
Time as well.
I don't know. We weren't doing content when I said this, but when Slot come in, a lot of Liverpool fans are very upset. Some Liverpool fans were Slot out before he's even managed the game for the club.
That's normal. That's normal, bro.
That's just normal because you're coming in for Jurgen Klopp. You're not coming in for Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? You're coming in from
I don't even think so. I just think it's like that because people are morons, bro. It's the same with footballers. Do you know what I mean? You know, we spoke about the Xerxes thing, yeah? Man are watching Xerxes with the evil eye, because these man, have bought Rasmus stocks, and they just don't want to relinquish them. They don't want to feel like their guy's getting replaced, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, they say they support the football club, but really they just don't want their guy to lose his place in the team. This is what it is. But my thing is, I want the best players to play for my club. I want the best players to play, and I want to win, bro. Like, this is ultimately it. These man don't want my man to do well because them man are Klopp stands, bro. This is just all it is, bro. This is exactly all it is, bro.
Yeah, and it's not even just Klopp stands as well, bro. It's that I made a very clear point when Liverpool were linked with Amorim, and that was looking like it was going to happen, and then when it didn't happen, Slot was like that. The Slot thing kind of happened quite quickly. There was a quick turnover, If you actually look at their CVs, they're very, very similar. Trophies wise as well, very similar CVs.
How many trophies has
Slot's got
in the last 5 years?
Slot's got a league and a domestic cup, and Amorim's got two. I think he's got 1 or 2 leagues and a domestic cup. So
two leagues and
a domestic cup.
And a couple domestic cups because he won one with Braga and he won a cup
Yeah.
double with Sporting. I think he's got 5 trophies in.
Yeah.
I think he's got 5 trophies in 4 or 5 years, I believe.
But yeah, Slot's achievements, because he won the Eredivisie with Feyenoord, which is not, brother. That's
It's not given.
Yeah, like it's like what's it called? Like when Amorim, he's put Sporting back on the map after, what was it, 19 years? Is it 19 years?
He won. Yes, indeed, yeah.
See what I'm saying? So these guys are managers who have they haven't just taken over the best team in the league with the best resources and kind of just been given what they need to do and just carry on and do what they need to do. They've gone against the grain and they've won what they've needed to win. So they've now earned those moves. So my thing was that, how can you hate Slot? You can't twerk for Amorim and then hate Slot. You know,
Amorim's won more, but their come up is similar.
Yeah, like, bro, if you look at their story, it's very similar, bro. You see what I'm saying? So you can't hate one. So you can't love one and hate the other. Liverpool fans were crying because Amorim, and they're like, Amorim, and we're getting this Slot guy. Like, bro, these guys they're both tacticians. Like, they're the new wave of tacticians. See what I'm saying? So one just plays a back three, and that wasn't seen as the Liverpool model to go to a back three, and that's fine. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? We're now seeing Liverpool more controlled. It's not as entertaining as clock football, but that's fine. Like, I want to win games. I like a mixture of entertainment, good football, and results. But above all, you want to see results. So if you look at entertainment, you know, you can also be entertained by watching other teams. You know, you don't have to get your entertainment only from watching your team. I feel like people that look at their team and yearn for entertainment are people that don't watch enough football and only watch their team, and therefore their opinion becomes redundant about other teams.
Facts. But bro, that's why I was watching Chelsea,
you know
bro. That's why I was watching Chelsea when United was shit, bro. I was like, that's fine. I'll just watch Chelsea. Like, bro, like, that's it. Like, football doesn't end with Manchester United. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Now we got Amorim. I'm like, cool. Because even when you lot were linked with Amorim, what did I say? I said, I hope they get him, bro, because he's a free at the back manager. Liverpool ain't got the players for Amorim. It didn't make sense to me. And obviously, your directors agreed with me, so they didn't get him. They didn't get him because it didn't suit your squad. It didn't suit your squad at all. The overhaul that you lot would have had to go through to switch to the free at the back.
They wanted him to play a back four, and they couldn't come to
Well, exactly. And he said, fuck that, because I'm not changing what I've always done, to conform to your shit. But the Liverpool squad was not built for no back three. And that's why I anticipated a big fall off from you lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. So the fact that they didn't get him, it was the right decision. And it's a great decision for us because I love a back three. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, I think it's worked out amazingly well for us. It's worked out well for you lot as well because you got a very good coach. But I think in the long run, I think we got the better coach. So it's one of them.
I think we'll have to see in it. I think time will tell, obviously, because we don't even know. Even Slot is still very new in this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand as well that Amorim, everyone at the whole Man United thing is a lot of pressure. The weight of Man United is a lot of pressure, man. So good coaches are gonna coach, and we'll see. And I just want to see ballers ball in it. And I think because people don't watch enough of other teams' football, they have this false opinion or they have this jaded opinion. Like,
I don't think pressure works for Amorim. I don't think pressure works for Amorim. I don't think pressure works for a lot of these modern coaches. I don't think pressure works for coaches like Nagelsmann and all these young guys, for the simple fact that they've been had pressure. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the Sporting Lisbon job at 36 or something like that. He would have got the job at times where there would have been players in the staff that would have been older than him, maybe, possibly, more than likely. Even the Braga job before that, and I think he only managed like 10 games or something, but he managed to win a cup there. He would have been younger than some of the players. And then his previous job, he would have been younger than some of the players. There's pressure from the jump because man are looking at you like, yo, you're a youth, blood. Why are you here? Do you know what I'm saying? So there's pressure. Like, everyone's expecting you to fail when you're that age. So when you get put into situations, you kind of get the pressure because you get that ageism in management. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, bro. And a lot of time, age doesn't equate to experience. It was the same thing as when I used to work in the gyms. People used to assume, yeah, that I had less experience, yeah, because I was younger. But there's a lot of people, yeah, that turned over and were working in the gym and they had other jobs before then, yeah. And they started a job change, a career change at like 36, 37, maybe sometimes into their 40s. And people assume that because the trainer's more mature, yeah, they've got more experience. But man was in a football academy from 7 years old, blood. A man's been around health and fitness my whole life. So even at 24 years old, 25 years old, man's stepping in there with nearly 20 years of experience in fitness, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of men that just stepped out of being a fucking, I don't know, an accountant or something like that at 35, and they think that man's more experienced than me. It doesn't work like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Experience is not related on age, bro. Look at Ten Hag, bro. He's older than Pep Guardiola. What's he done? Like, what's he done in the game? So it's one of them ones where just being a young manager, there's pressure and there's a certain prejudice that comes with it. Because man, look at you and say, right, look at your age. Like, how can you be there? Especially when there's man in the changing room that are older than you. So I don't think the pressure of being at Man United is going to mean shit, because he's had pressure his whole life and man's won trophies everywhere. So I don't think the United pressure is not going to be an issue. I think he's a good coach. He's going to be given more money than he's ever been given. He's going to have the possibility of signing better players than he's ever going to be able to sign. He's stepping into a team with 5 Champions Leagues, Casemiro, bro. Like, he's stepping into a team with Casemiro in it already. Step into a team with experience like the Brunos. Do you know what I'm saying? He's stepping into a team with De Ligt's experience, Mazraoui's Champions League experience. He's stepping into a squad with experienced players, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that he's gonna be completely fine. I think he's gonna be completely fine. I think the style of play is gonna take a while, yeah, to materialize. But I think that he's got a solid core of experienced players, yeah, that's gonna help him settle.
No, I agree. I think as I said, I think with Amorim, as I said, he's gonna bring a breath of fresh air to Man United. I just think that he's still got a lot of work to do in it. He's got a lot of work to do because of how low Man United have sank and how bad it's really got. You know what I'm saying? I think the decision probably should have been made in the summer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like conversations were already being had behind closed doors and only now it's being publicized.
I think the decision was made in the summer that he was going to come at the end of the season.
Yeah, and now they'll go organize a payout, maybe.
Because but from my understanding, they were saying that Sporting expected him to leave at the end of the season. Anyway, this was always going to be his last season. I think United have had to speed it up and bite the bullet because Ten Hag has died, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Worse than they thought.
Yeah. They needed Ten Hag to get at least top 6 or at least just hold the ship steady until the end of the year. And it's not happened. But yeah, no, I think that, as I said, you need to get more technical players. I think that about Liverpool as well. I still feel like the evidence is in our transfer policy, where even though Gravenberch was seen as someone who was definitely going to play this year, we've still been out there trying to buy a 6 and we know that the club has been open to selling Endo. You know what I'm saying? We're open to selling.
It's a short term fix, this Gravenberch thing. This isn't the long term.
Yeah, it's not the long term. We want to be able to rotate with someone like a Zubimendi, for example, who we actually went for. A Zubimendi, a McAllister, and a Gravenberch, a Curtis Jones, and then you have your runner and Sobbers. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? We can see by who we've been trying to buy that this isn't the finished article. This is far from the finished article in what we want. And especially us still wanting a left-sided defender after Robbo got cooked by Saka. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I still think that even though we've lost one game in all comps and we're winning games, we're just getting through games and winning games because of the quality in our team. I thought there's still a lot of improvements to make, and we still have enough technical players to get through what we need to get through. You know what I'm saying? And certain players are enjoying the system more, and the players who are still accustomed to clock ball only are adapting well because they've got enough quality. So Salah and them man have enough quality anyway, innit? So they're not going to really have an issue. I thought Diaz was going to struggle a lot. That's one I've got wrong. I thought Kwanzaa was going to thrive. I got that one wrong.
But this is exactly why experience is crucial, bro, because while you're adapting, you're still winning. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter how you're winning. You're still winning.
Because that's why we beat Chelsea, because we're more experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just more
you just found a way.
Yeah. But that's what matters. And even against Brighton away, rotating your team is not an easy game. We just saw Chelsea go away to Newcastle and get fists up. You know what I'm saying? Because in terms of experience and getting through the game, even when you're not playing well, it's still something that I think Chelsea need to go, because their squad's still very young. They still need to instill that, because when Jackson and Palmer don't play, I already said this. Chelsea, the Sanchos, the Nkunkus, who's the other one? João Felix. As much as I rate Sancho, bro, but Sancho's a link man.
Yeah,
he's teched off this planet, but he's a link man. There's no killer in the B team to get you through these games just through experience alone. So when Chelsea talk about how mad their squad is and how their squad is just deeper, that doesn't mean it's going to get you through games, because it's all good playing Barrow, it's all good playing Panathinaikos, and it's all good playing Serviette or B36 or whoever these guys are in the Azerbaijan league, fam. I'm talking when you find don't laugh, bro, because these are real names, bro. I'm not making them up, bro. These are real names. Not you bucked Newcastle and there were no goals. There was 0 goals. So when man are telling me Nkunku is playing well and he's blowing balloons for his son against Barrow, blood, you know what I'm saying? His son's a youth, blood. So if he was 15 plus, he'll go, Dad, why aren't you blowing balloons against Man United, blood? That's what the question. No, do you know what I'm saying? So when man are telling me, oh, Monts, why don't make fun of that? Da, da, da. No, bro. Chelsea, I rate their squad. Like I've come to understand their squad is better than what I thought it is, but it's still not as good as how some of their fans have made it out to be. You know what I'm saying? You have good players in your attack, but you don't have killers outside of Jackson and Palmer. And Jackson's not even a killer, by the way. He's on form. Jackson's a good player. He's not a killer. He's on form right now. So, and Maresca's still early in his job because he decided not to put any of those guys on the bench. So them man couldn't even switch it up.
Because he understands, like he knows who's there for what. And he's managing the squad well, bro. And if it means they lose, who cares? It's the same as City, bro. City lost to Spurs yesterday. Their man were on the bench laughing. They didn't give a shit. Their man understood that it's not important. And I think that Maresca will have his goals. His goals will probably be because I don't know. Probably be to win the European trophy, challenge for top 4, get top 4. That's probably what the goals are, I would assume. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where I don't think Chelsea were taking that serious, or they don't put change in the whole team.
How about this? Chelsea have been fielding that team. They were always going to field. They're always going to make 10, 11 changes because of how many options they have. So I don't believe they didn't want to win that game, because Chelsea.
No, but they could have changed. They could have changed 5 players instead of 11.
Yeah, but they could have. But Chelsea are a team where even under Poch, they're getting finals, bro. Because Chelsea's whole thing, they are dangerous in cup competitions, whether they're 10th or whether they're 1st. These men are dangerous in all cup competitions, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they bucked a Newcastle team who also made changes, by the way. It's not like they didn't make changes. They bucked a Newcastle team. And for me, I just think like it's a bit of a reality check. It doesn't mean they're shit. It doesn't mean their players are scrubs. It doesn't mean they're going to finish 9th. That's not what I'm saying. I'm making the point that this is the first half decent team they've played in a cup. And they got moved to. They got pimp slapped by an Isak that's not even in form. Like, bro, Disarcy's at right back. Like, there are still big gaps in that Chelsea defense and a lack of experience. You can't make 11 changes with less experience in that team. The old Chelsea teams that were getting to finals, they still had players of certain ounces of experience. So when you're not playing too well, you can be, you can cheese a win. I've seen Man United do it time and time again. At their worst, cheese a win, innit? You got to cheese it. No one saw when they played Fulham. When you man played Fulham and who was it that got sent off? Mitrovic. You got sent off. Who got sent off in that game?
I'm not even sure.
And they bopped you man off the park. But what did you win with? experience. He's the win. Because who cares? You won the trophy. Who cares? Who cares? You won the trophy.
And once it's like a dog with a bone when it's Chelsea, you know. I swear down, man, just mashing up the place. I hear it.
But you see what I'm saying? And so listen, like you man can call it an agenda. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, bro. You man still got a little bit of a way to go. You need a little bit more experience to be a bit more savvy in these games. And not every team you play in these cups is going to be Panathinaikos. It's not always going to be Panathinaikos. You know what I'm saying? So don't give players, I never thought I'd wake up and I'll see the day where Nkunku is getting credit for scoring a hat-trick against Barrow Blood. They ain't even got a badge. If I saw Nunes score a hat-trick against Barrow Blood, I'm not batting an eyelid. Because that's the level.
I hear it. No, bro, I hear it. So you are right, yeah. Everything you're saying is correct. It just comes across mad spiteful, innit? Because we know what you're on, blood. But but you're not lying, though. Yeah,
but you know me, bro. There's vim when I say things, but it's like you, Rants, bro. People try and run the thing that you're a negative fan. You're not a negative fan, bro. You just want to see your team play football, bro. Yeah, that's it. It's always been that. It's always been that. Like people say, oh, you don't rate Bruno. You literally gave Bruno credit, but they're not going to clip that, bro. They're not going to.
They're not. You know, you make a good point. They're not.
They're not going to clip. They're only going to clip when you're saying he's a terrorist and he shoots like it's an RPG, blood, because that's where they want to get their clicks from.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And it's like me when I speak about certain players. When I speak about Nunes, when I speak well about Nunes, no one gives a toss. You know, no one gives a toss because everyone knows I think Nunes is a scrub. But when he plays well and when he does what he does, I'll give him his credit. No one cares about that though. So my point is with Chelsea is that I've commended Chelsea this season. I really have. But my job is not to love you, man. I don't like you.
Oh, facts.
So,
facts. You know what I mean? Why did these men sit here watching rival fans and expect their team to be getting propped up? Nah, man. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Listen, we've been haters, blood. Like that's our job, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So people, as I said, you lot want to call it agenda because that's the easiest way to paint over things. You want to call it an agenda. You listen, the sooner you notice that Nkunku's place in this Chelsea team is withering game by game, you will see it is a waste of talent. No one's calling him a bad footballer. There are expectations, and I'm calling it out. You don't sign a talisman, he's not fit enough, and then when he's fit, he don't start. And then when I'm hearing 24/7, when he comes back, it's going to be a mad thing. And then under the new manager, he doesn't start. He's not good enough to be your second choice 10 because Felix plays there. And he's not good enough to be a striker because you man want another striker, even though you've got one already. So now he's being played out of position.
Now you're right. And now, you know what? You're right. But I put that down to Nkunku not being the manager's signing, innit? Because you know what it is with Nkunku, yeah? I look at his profile and I'm like, if they did end up with another striker, maybe they don't buy Sancho. Maybe they only bought Sancho because they didn't get a striker. Who knows? But I look at Nkunku and I think, you know what? You could have played Nkunku on the left.
Even in midfield.
Yeah, you could have played him on left as backup for who's your first choice, right? No, but it's Sancho though. So I don't know.
This is what I'm saying. There's no
room for him in the team if we're being real, innit? Like,
and it's unfortunate, but bro, I'm calling it out. We bought Nunes for 70 80 M's or 64.1 million pounds, if anyone wants to be exact. And now he's a bench man. Do you think I'm happy about that? You think I'm gonna mask that to everyone else and go, yeah, well, it just shows me have a good selection headache? No, it's not a good selection headache. He's not. He was brought in as the guy to supersede certain players, and he hasn't done the job to the level of being a starter at Liverpool, and that's not good enough. You might want to talk about Sobbers. I'll talk to you about Sobbers. Like, he's an athlete first. He was brought in to be a tech man and offer everything that Henderson didn't, and he's offering everything that Henderson does offer in his 30 when he was 34. Blood. I can call it out when I see it. This isn't an agenda, bro. I speak the same on my own. I give the same energy.
Now you know how you broke it down. You're 100% spot on. It can't be argued. Like, his Nkunku's quality is not the question. The question is he better than what they have in those positions? And the answer is no. And he cost 60 million. So he was bought to be an important part of the team, but he's not.
Rants is all we heard from Poch and the fans.
Yeah,
was
they were like,
it's
oh,
fine.
Nkunku was injured. Wait till Nkunku
Yeah,
gets back.
went
Still
till he's
can't get
back.
in the team.
This is my point. You know what I'm saying? And even and Rants, the same people the same Chelsea fans, not all Chelsea fans, because a lot of Chelsea fans actually agree with me now, by the way. The same, you know, when I say that you use the agenda brush, just say, oh, it's an agenda, and then watch streams like this. Yeah. There are also a bag of Liverpool fans that do the same thing as the Chelsea fans when I speak about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and by the way, I wouldn't even say be done with the player, but you might know where I'm at. When I speak about Szoboszlai, so many Liverpool fans say the same thing. Oh, Monts, you have a Sobo agenda. I don't have a Sobo agenda. I have eyes. I have eyes. He was brought in. You man were calling him
Hungarian Gerrard, bro, and you spent big money on him.
Man was saying, thank the Lord you got rid of Henderson. Oh my, do you know how gassed the man then were to be to get rid of Hendo? And what? Hendo's gonna be brought in Szoboszlai. We are eating blood. McAllister and Gravenberch are everything we thought Szoboszlai was supposed to be. We thought Szoboszlai was going to be cool. You're built like an android, but you're a tech man, and you can lick off shots, and you're a set piece guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? A couple of the man them said he's going to be our he's going to be our version of KDB, blood. The way nasty. You cannot speak to me about the expectation. You can't speak to me about how you man were going on about Szoboszlai and what you expected of him, and now man are trying to mask it because he's a cardio man, fam.
Yeah.
Now that he's showing himself to be a cardio man, you man are cool with it. Don't be cool with it, because when he stepped in, you man thought he was going to be this all action technical version of Jesus, blood. I swear down, it doesn't make no sense to me. Don't have his expectations here, and now that you realize he's here, try and mask it up with me having an agenda. He stepped in this club with a certain expectation, and he's been crap for a year. And I've seen 10 good games from him, and he's been here for a minute now. So I'm just keeping my expectations the same. I'm not dropping my expectations for a 70 million signing, because if he played for anyone else, we'd be clowning him game in, game out. He had an opportunity yesterday. Wasn't the greatest pass from Gakpo. You know what I'm saying? And he's controlled it. He has time to finish, and he still can't score. He still can't score.
You ain't lying, bro.
So if he can't score goal, and don't get me wrong, if he started against Arsenal, we probably would have been better because we needed more legs in there. But at least let's now all admit and understand what he is. That's why I'm not as angry with Szoboszlai as I was 5 weeks ago. Same way I'm not as angry with Darwin as I was a year ago, because I know what he is.
100%. Once you accept what a player is, yeah, you can then objectively, you can not only manage your expectations, but you can critique them objectively. And this is why I say a lot of these men that have opinions about footballers, yeah, your opinions are not valid, bro, because until you accept the kind of player a player is, yeah, all your opinions on this player is just your projections of what you think they should be instead of what they are. And this is literally the majority, yeah, of football discourse at the moment. They're projecting on football players. You should be able to do this. You should be a prolific goal scorer. Who says so? You should have pace. You should be able. No, it's not about what you should be able to do, bruv. It's like, what is this player's profile? Cool. I'm going to compare you to players that play the same way you do of a similar profile. This is the benchmark, bro. You don't compare a Scholes to a Gerrard to a Lampard. You don't compare a Salah to a Mahrez. You don't fucking compare a fucking Mane to a fucking, I don't know, a Sancho or whatever, bro. There's different strokes for different folks, mate. And this is what it is, bro. And a lot of these men are just out here projecting, bro. The bottom line is, you man spent big money on this brother. He was supposed to come in and be a pivotal player in your team, and he's not one, blood. It's not an agenda. It's not an agenda, bro. How much did you spend? 60 odd million?
On who?
Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
60 odd million. This guy was meant to be one of the finishing pieces, yeah, of the jigsaw puzzle. And he's not that, bro. He's not that. So the criticism is suitable. And the same goes for Darwin Núñez. He was meant to be your main shooter, But Jota, if everyone's fit, Jota's starting ahead of him. Jota probably cost half of what he cost. So if anyone's gonna criticize Darwin Núñez, it's 100% justified. This is why the criticism of Rasmus Højlund, yeah, he don't get enough because the guy cost 72 million. These men are onto Xerxes, yeah, who was a release clause player at 30 mil. But there's a brother that costs nearly double of what he does, and he's not double the player, bro. But the energy is not the same, bro. This is my issue with football fans. Just keep the energy consistent, bro. It's okay to say, yeah, that you spent a lot of money for a player and they haven't lived up to it. The same thing with Raheem Sterling to Chelsea. Raheem was meant to be the talisman, and then Cole Palmer came in and done the talisman thing at 21 years old for 45 million. And Raheem Sterling was meant to be the pushing 30-year-old that was supposed to come and put the team on his back here and transition them into success, blood. And he's flopped fundamentally. Like, that sometimes it's just facts, bro. That's just what it is.
There we go, bro. Like, as I said, people just love to paint the agenda thing, and it is what it is. I tweeted out that, as I said, I think I've said this on the channel already, that Trainee Yoni, I think he's technically a better player at 17 than Sobo is. And like,
I haven't even seen him. I haven't seen enough of him to comment, but I trust what you're saying.
You'd like his style. You'd like his style. But I've got man saying Szoboszlai is a technician. We just haven't seen it in a Liverpool shirt. I said,
he's not a technician.
What the fuck does that mean? We haven't seen him display it in the Liverpool shirt. You mean when he comes into a better league, a better team, he can't show it? So is he a technician then?
Yeah, but brother, you can be a technician, yeah, without having the best time, bro. Like Xerxes a technician, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just adjusting to new surroundings. Sobo categorically is not a technician.
I've been trying to tell people this. People think because he looks a little bit tidy when he has time on the ball. Brother, I look tidy when I have time on the ball.
He slapped a free kick and a man think he's a technician. Come on, brother.
Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, and for me, even if you are a technician and you don't show that you're a technician, then what does it matter? If you are a elite ball striker, but you never shoot, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make sense to me, bro. It doesn't make sense to me. But
that's life. It's not what you know, it's what you can show, innit? It's what you can prove, blood. No one cares
like,
about
don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell me you got something and then you never display it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show that, bro. And at the end of the day, there's many players we can talk about. But as I said, like, when I dug out Nkunku, it's not for his talent. I make that very clear. It's not for his talent. When we dig out Szoboszlai, it's because there's a certain expectation, and now my fan base literally settles for what he's showing us today, as if it is good enough. Now I know what he is now. He's a cardio man. He's a cardio man. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know that I spent, would I have spent 60 million on a cardio man? No, I would have gone and got Joe Linton personally.
Yeah, facts.
I would, because Joe Linton is cardio and he's got a little something about him. Got a couple goals in him. He's aggressive. He's good in the air. Wins his duels. His passing's all right. Brilliant stamina. Maybe a couple of injuries. I would have gone and got Joe Linton. You know, I would have gone and got Gallagher. He crashes the box. He scores goals. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, 100%. You don't spend 60 million for cardio. You don't.
We missed out on Bellingham. We missed out on Bellingham, yeah. And I'm kind of glad.
Bellingham's a cardio man. Yeah.
I'm kind of like, we just got a Hungarian version of Bellingham. Even though Bellingham's better than Szoboszlai. I'm not gonna lie, he's better than Szoboszlai. But like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it is what it is, innit? Like, people can act like it's an agenda. You just don't agree with me because you don't want to. Like, I don't like this notion of because we're winning games, you can't critique players, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I can sit there and understand his level of importance. His, like, the legs. I can understand the balance Szoboszlai brings. But if we didn't buy him for that reason, then I'm in every right to criticize.
But he is a club player, though, man. Like, he is your Mason Mount, blood.
Yeah, bro. And I understand there's going to be games like Arsenal where we probably did need him, but that doesn't suddenly mean all his deficiencies are forgotten about.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
you're right.
Like, he needs to improve tenfold on the ball and distribution wise if I'm to give him any ratings, bro. Because and by the way, I'm not the one who's called this out as well. You know, Arne Slot has come out and said it. So is he a fraud as well?
Yeah, Arne Slot. I can't remember the exact quote, but he was saying that man needs to contribute more, innit?
He needs to contribute more, bro. Because when man aren't doing what they're supposed to do technically and their decision making isn't good enough, they try to mask it with cardio.
Yeah.
I've done it 10 times, bro. When I'm having a bad game, bro, I'm running my socks off. When my touch is off in the game, I'm running my socks off. Because I know, crap, if I'm not running and the game's not going the way I want to go, technically, I'm benched. 2 more games, I'm benched.
Yeah.
So let me run around a lot, and then I'm defo starting next game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's a
man can never
natural
question
thing,
my
bro.
application. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've seen the chat talk about Garnacho.
Yeah, it's a natural thing, bro. Listen, I'm dying out here, but let me just run in. It gets the crowd up, gets the crowd warm, blood. I'm telling you, this guy is the king of conning the crowd, blood, and just running around and making it look like he's doing stuff. He's the king of that shit. He really is the king of that shit, bro. It does my head in, but it's the reality, bro. Like, it's the time, it's the era of football we live in, bro. The fans love that shit, but you can't con me, bro, because man's actually watching the game. I'm actually watching the game, so you can't con me with that nonsense. So I don't know. We'll see, man. Like, big up the chat, man. Let's get these lights up. The ratios ain't good enough, blood. We're only on 550 at the moment, brother. We got like 1600 in here. We need 800 lights, people. You have to keep it at 50%, and then obviously we got Red Talk back to back as well with Saeed as well, people. So yeah, man, it's a lit one, bruv. Before we wrap here, I haven't got your opinion on the Ballon d'Or thing with Vinny, blood. Where do you stand on this Ballon d'Or thing, bruv? Because Vinny's crying like a little hoe, blood.
I think there's arguments for both in terms of, like, I think either could have won it. I don't think.
Is there arguments for anyone else other than them two, in your opinion?
Yeah, Carvajal. I think there's an argument for Carvajal. If we're talking the 3 ways of the 3 what's it called? The 3 categories. It's like sportsmanship, trophies, and individual performance or whatever.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
If it's sportsmanship, then brother, people have had issues with Vinny's sportsmanship for years.
No. I
didn't know sportsmanship was a
that's one of the things. That's one of the things. My thing is that, like, I think that Vinny's not a likable character in the football. Like, UEFA have always had beef with him. Like, he got put in a sleeper hold and got banned himself, bro. Like, you get it. Don't get me wrong. Rodri's the best player in the world. Fact. Well, okay, my opinion, but I think if you watch football, Rodri's the best player in the world, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. I look at, if you want to break it down, I think Vinny defo has a shout because of his performances in the Champions League, and obviously, I think what's let Vinny down is his performances for Brazil, because I think people's argument for Rodri, for me, is wrong, but there is also, but Rodri still deserves, like, I think so. Let me break this down. People are saying Rodri got player of the tournament for Spain. Yeah, I personally think that Vinny was more important for Real Madrid than Rodri was for Spain. And I think that because, not because I think Rodri's not better than Vinny. I think that because if you look at that Spain team, Carvajal was unreal that tournament. Cucurella was unreal that tournament. Laporte's remontada was unreal in that tournament. Fabian Ruiz and Dani Olmo were unreal also in that tournament. And then I haven't even got to Yamal, and Nico Williams. I haven't even got to those 2 yet. So for me, there were 4 to 5 other players that were actually just as good as Rodri in that Spain team. Like, they all matched work. Just because Rodri was the captain, bro. Rodri came off.
Couldn't you say that about Real Madrid though? Like, Real Madrid have a stacked roster also.
Yeah, of course. And I'm not saying, I'm not talking about the roster. I'm talking about the performances in the for Spain. I think for Real Madrid, I think Vinny, again, in the quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final, he showed up, bro. He showed up on a mad thing. But I think what let Vinny down is the Copa America Brazil side of it. I think that's probably, and also the fact that Rodri winning the league and Vinny winning the league, you're kind of. I know we're gonna look at the Premier League as harder to win, but I think the Brazil, his thing for Brazil was probably what's let him down. And also the fact that Jude did carry a lot of the season in that first half. It was a Jude carry job in that first half. In the first half of the season when Vinny was out. So I think it's fine margins. I just don't respect, not like, bro, no matter what happens, when win or lose, bro, you sit there and applaud your ops, in it. You sit there and applaud your fellow rival ballers or whatever you want to call it, because for me, it's just basic gratitude. You don't throw your toys out the pram. Go and win it next year. He's got an ACL, so he ain't winning it next year, is he? So you know what I'm saying? If you like, sometimes you just have to understand that things are always going to be a little bit harder because of obvious reasons, but don't lean on that completely. I already know that the sportsmanship thing was never highlighted this much until Vinny was now up for a Ballon d'Or. That I don't agree with, because Vinny, I said this at the start, Vinny is already hated or disliked by UEFA anyway. But Rodri's also a prick. People forget that Rodri's a prick, you know. Rodri's a prick. He's a 6. His job is to be a bastard.
Yeah, but
you know
he's a different kind of
he's a level-headed prick.
Yeah, because all the top players have to be a bastard in some way, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, Zidane was a bastard. Like all these now are bastards, isn't it? But you know what it is with Vinicius Junior. Yeah, it's the victim thing, innit? Like, I can't rock with the victim thing, bro. It's dead. And the thing is, Real Madrid enable him, bro. That's what pisses me off. You know what I mean? This is the worst thing about it. They enable him, man. And you know what it is? I think also football are tired of Real Madrid, the institution, innit? So if man can really middle finger to Real Madrid, these men are going to do that anyway. Because Real Madrid are, bro, they're so unlikable, bro. They're so unlikable. There's such a level of entitlement, that club has here, just in football. They think that they can do whatever they want. They've always been a law unto themselves. If they tap up people's players, they do whatever. Them man think they're above everything, innit? And I believe part of that definitely went against Vinicius anyway. He's not that likable. Yeah. And bro, I'll be real, like Rodri's the best player in the world. Like this is the reality of it. Like in terms of active players, bruv. The best footballer right now playing football is Neymar, blood. But he's just come back from a long injury. So it's not about who's the best player in the world. In terms of who's doing what at the top level, Rodri just won the European championship with his country. This guy's just four-peated. He won a treble last season. Rodri is the best currently active playing footballer right now. He is. So people can talk about Vinicius in moments and stuff like that, but Rodri is almost a victim of his own consistency, because he's so good so often that people overlook him. And I've said this before, like, it's like he's so good, that even when he does like really, really good things, you just overlook it, bro. How many clutch Rodri moments have we seen? They talk about Vinicius being clutch, like Rodri's not. You know that, man. Facts. Like, bro, you expect Rodri to pop up with a goal on the edge of the box if Man City need one. You expect it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. Rodri is so good. Man are watching a game and saying, Rodri dagger incoming. You just know, like, you just know.
But this is what I mean when I say that, like, Vinny played into their hands. Like, if Vinny just congratulated, man, and kept it stepping, then it already puts him instead for next year's Ballon d'Or. And I know that sounds really weird and too fast, because you haven't even, like, he's only just won it the other day. But all this whole, they already have, bro, you're a dark-skinned Brazilian, bro, with nappy hair, G. So the second you use, brother, like, you get it, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like going back to the 80s, and being black and putting a gun in my hand on Main Road, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumb. Like, it's just dumb. You're giving man a reason. You're giving man
ammunition. I hear it.
Why are you giving man ammunition, bro?
Yeah, but bro, you know this is why, But this is why I say, that brother, I don't feel sorry for him. Do you know what I mean? Because as a black man, yeah, I've said this before, and I know, yeah, my behavior don't get judged the same way other people's behavior does. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here, yeah, and say, oh, but I should be able to do this, I should be able to do that. That's not how life works, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I sit here and I'm shouting and I'm swearing and that, do you know what I mean? I'm aggressive, yeah. But if I'm white, I'm Gordon Ramsay. Like, that's the difference. That's the difference. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny when someone else does it. Do you know what I mean? It's endearing when someone else does it. And when I do it, it's a health risk. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it is. I understand that. However, when you look at the way that Lautaro Martinez, yeah, responded to being 7th in the Ballon d'Or, when you look at the way that Erling responded last season by not winning it, yeah, like, bro, he just got on with it, bro. He was like, oh, fuck it. Congratulations to the brother that won it, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Lautaro this year, I think he finished 7th, and he come out with Rare. Like, I thought I should have finished higher than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, back to the drawing board. That's
bro,
what it was.
Mo Salah didn't even get in the top 30, bro. And I'm seeing
But there you go.
And some of the names I even see in there is crazy, bro. But the overriding point is that everyone thinks you're a cunt, and
yeah,
and you already, as I said, they like you already know. He literally, I didn't he say when you're black, like you have to be we have to try 10 times harder. And yes, we understand that. We're not discounting that, but then now show your grace. And don't give these man, don't let a man go, see, I told you so. Man didn't even show up. What I tell you about these black men? Because that's what some of these white men are doing at the top now. Now they're looking at man going, well, we talk. We told you, because how about this? I guarantee Roger would have sat there, and turned up and applauded, man.
Yeah, but he would have. But that's the difference, bro. Like, even the Vinny thing, yeah. I'm not saying don't say that you deserved it, bro, because he could have easily, said, yo, I feel like I got bumped, yeah, but congratulations to Rodri, top footballer. I'm back in the lab, bro. See you next year. That's all man needed to do.
That's all we needed to do, bro.
But now you've disrespected Rodri, yeah. You've made yourself look like a right dickhead as well. And then you're playing the victim card, bruv. And then you got all your brethren caping for you on social media. Like Richarlison chatting shit. All these man chatting shit. You got all these Real Madrid players like Camavinga and these man posting stuff like, oh, Vinny, you're the best and that. Meanwhile, Mbappe and Bellingham lost their phone for 5 days. You know, like that. This is what it is. It's a shambles, bro. And the thing is, yeah, he'll never win one now because he's blacklisted himself. He probably watch next year, he'll probably be 10th or something.
And the thing is, Vinny's gonna have to, if he's gonna go win that Ballon d'Or, he's gonna have to do the absolute CR7 fusion dance, Potara Aaron, Messi. He's gonna have to score 200 goals in a calendar year, blood. So they have no choice but to give him the Ballon. Because if anyone who's even deemed as a nice guy is even on the level or within a debate, they're going to lean towards the guy who they like now, because we all know how it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need Hatties. Word to Rom, I'm going to need Hatties every week.
Yeah. And even then, man are going to find a way to not give it to you now.
Yeah, because you've given them a reason, bro. Like, even it's, again, if we know, we've all been raised like this. Our parents have told us this. We know as black people, you're going to have to work it. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you're going to have to work a bit harder, bro. You're going to be seen as the aggressive guy if you bug out. So don't bug out, but you've bugged out. You know what I'm saying? Does it mean that's okay? No, it doesn't mean it's okay. But you're representing, Vinny isn't just any baller, bro. You're representing, again, as I said, nappy hair, dark skin, and Brazilian. You're repping a lot of youths, you know. You're repping a lot of man, bro.
I can't lie, bro. He died, bro. You know what I mean? He died. He's a donor.
But that's because I've got secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah,
that's what I've got. I've got secondhand embarrassment. I saw that all the other
brother. And this brother only got 15 goals, yeah, in La Liga. You know,
like, no. Do you see the man in UEFA right now? Do you know what they're thinking? They're thinking, raw. If man didn't have flair and he was fast, he'd be a thug on the favela streets, bro. That's what they're thinking, blood.
Hey, man,
That's what
them.
they're
Hey, big man thing, yeah? What GA did Cole Palmer get last season?
44.
In all comps?
44, yeah. 33 in the Prem, 11
Brother,
in
Vinny got 35, blood.
Yeah, Salah got 37.
Brother, these men are, bruv, the way these men are talking about this youth like he's doing madness.
Bro. As I
Brother,
said,
this
like,
brer got here 24 goals in all competitions, bro. And this brer's screaming robbery, blood. Like Krypton Conan, blood. Is man all right?
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Where like I'm just tired of like, because as I said, you see these men in UEFA, and I'll repeat it again, bro. They're looking at Vini now. So if this guy weren't a fast runner, fam, he'd be a fuck, bro.
The man is saying he'll be a runner, you know.
He'll be a runner in the favelas, fam.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If man wasn't quick and techie. That's what they're thinking. That's what you've given. That's what you've handed on a silver platter. You've handed man the race card, bro. You handed it to them, bro. You've handed it to them. Like, you know, and that's the all we're asking for was just have a little bit of humility. And then how about this? Maybe more of us would have decided and go, you know what? Vinny did have a shout winning it. For me, I think Carvajal had as much as a shout as you did. He won the Euros, the Champions League, and the league for Madrid. He done the Rodri and Vinny fusion. That's what he did, bro. He done all of it while balling out, and he bagged in the final. Man, did man just forget that he didn't bag in the final, bro? And I just forgotten that. As a right back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, like at first I was hot for Vinny. I was hot for Vinny. But then the way he carried himself was just dead. And as you said, the yes man around him, double dead. You know what I'm saying? So
bro, and then it's the virtue signaling. You know, one's there, bro. Like, because we know, yeah, that the thing is, Vinny's doing his thing for race relations and stuff, and he's doing his thing. He's been very, very outspoken. I just don't like the victim mentality, because it seems like he's the only black man in Spain that gets abused. It seems like that. It seems like
no, yeah. No, it happens all over.
No, it happens all over. But the point is, it happens to him more because he's a prick, blood. That's the reality. I'll be real. He's a prick, bro. Man don't like him. This is the reality, bro. Because Rudiger and all these man and Camavinga, all these black men are in the same team, and he gets the brunt of it, bro. Because he's a dickhead, bro. I'll be real. This is just what it is, bro. Because when man's doing the shit housing on the pitch, yeah, he's at the forefront of it. He's at the forefront of the jeering the fans and the shit housing and the arguing with man and pushing man and doing he's at the front of all that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the reality. This is the reality, bro. He's just not a likable person, bro. He's not humble. Because if he was humble, he would have taken the L, congratulated, yeah. He would have congratulated his opposition, and he would have kept it moving. That's what he would have done. Be angry, blood, but use that as fuel, yeah, in the gym. Use that as fuel in the gym, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, all right, cool. This is what we're doing now. All right, back to the drawing board, yeah. Next year, this is my thing.
Because Rodri had a shot for the Ballon d'Or when
last season.
Yeah, and he didn't win it. But my thing is that would Rodri have turned up for Vinny if Vinny won the Ballon d'Or? Of course he would have.
Brother.
Of course he would have.
Brother, of course he would have turned up, bro. Listen, let's not do this victim thing for the Ballon d'Or. Like, let's not do it, bruv. Do you know? But that's what I'm saying. Rudiger and Camavinga and them, man, are pulling him away from referees because they're like, yo, you're fucking it up for us. Like, that's what man are saying. They're like, brother, what are you doing? You're doing too much. He's literally, yeah, their Bruno Fernandes, bruv. He's literally their Bruno, you know. That's what he does. He's on the shithouse thing, just like Bruno. And I can't stand when Bruno does it as well. When Bruno's rolling around trying to con man and then running up to referees and doing all that shit. You know, like that. This is what he does, bro. He provokes everyone, yeah? Then when he gets cooked, man's a victim, bro. It's like, nah, bro. Like, there's levels to this, bro. Two things can be right as well, bro. Man, them are getting racially abused, yes. But you are just a prick, blood. This is the reality. You're a prick, bruv. And you've shown your lack of class here by how you've dealt with this. Because you're not the first black man here to ever go through something. You know them ones. So because I'm not pandering to his bullshit, bro, what you're gonna like, we don't all go through shit. Well, we don't all go through shit. What, you ever been through shit in your life, Monts?
Brother.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
People knew my story. I tell you that. Like,
you know, like that, bro.
Saying?
Brother,
Bro,
Lamine Yamal's 17 years old, and look how he deals with it compared to how Vinny deals with it. Look at the difference. One's 17. Do you know what I'm saying? And this brother's 24, and he's a dickhead, bro. That's the reality, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? He could have easily held his hand up here and said, you know what? I feel like these man bumped me. Congratulations to Rodri, top player. Like, keep that, you know what I'm saying? Like, look after it for me. I'm coming for that. That's all he needed to say. That's all he needed to say. I'd have said, yeah, cool, you can look after it, yeah? You can borrow it, innit? That's my thing. I'll spin the block for it. If he done that, man would have said, all right, fairs. Do you know what I'm saying? But my man's got his whole team to try boycott the thing, and he's crying, posting on socials, on Twitter, on fucking Instagram. Get out of here, man. Do you know what I mean? Get out of here, bro. You're a weird youth, blood. Do you know what I mean? It's not even making no sense. And you done all of that and you got 15 goals in the league. Do you know what I'm saying? This man's going on like he put up a CR7 or Messi season, yeah? With like 90 goals. He's going on like he done a 90 goals. Do you understand how he's behaving? He's behaving like he done a Lionel Messi 90 goals, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, this is where, as I said, like, you just fucked it. Like, he's fucked it, bro. Like, he's like, I'm more like, it's, you know that, you know when Tyra Banks, that clip of Tyra Banks when he goes, we was rooting for you.
Yeah.
We was all rooting for you.
Thank you.
That's how I feel right now, bro.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
I was all right with you not winning it. And I thought, you know what? You definitely had a shout to win it this year. And if you want...
I see a comment, man said, remember when Neymar called him ugly? I'm dead. Listen. Bro, even this comment, you know what it is? You man are too sensitive, innit? And I'm not going to change my tone to make you feel better either. The reality is, yeah, racism exists, yeah, whether you like it or not. You could cry about it. It's not going to make it go away. It's never going anywhere. So, with that in mind, yeah, it's not about justification. It's the reality of life. The reality of life is racism's always going to exist. It's not going nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't expect it to disappear. I know, yeah, the deficit, yeah, that man is dealing with in life. I understand it very, very well, bruv. I understand it, bro. But with all that to being said, yeah, if you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead. It don't matter what color you are. I've never been a victim in my life. I've never been a victim. So even though I understand that racism does happen to me, I'm not a fucking victim, blood. Do you know what I mean? So what? Do you know what I'm saying? Man said he's going to work 10 times harder. Now you're crying 10 times harder because all you've been doing is posting on social media, bruv. You're not working with your thumbs, rude boy. Stop crying like a bitch, yeah? Get in the gym, score some more goals, blood. You scored 15 goals in the league, bruv. Man scored the same amount of goals as Bukayo Saka, bruv, and you're crying like you scored 50.
Yeah, no, I can see why people think we're like diminishing the whole thing, or like, oh, it just happened. No one's saying
Jackson got 14 league goals and he went away to Africa, blood, for a month.
Yeah,
what's man talking about? Kai Havertz got 13.
Mateta got more.
Brother, you scored 15 goals in La Liga, not even in the Prem, you know, in La Liga.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I was fighting, bro. I was fighting for Vinny, bro, before he, you know, when it got announced.
Yeah, before he embarrassed himself.
Before he embarrassed himself, I was fighting for Vinny, you know. I was fighting for him, bro. Like I was fighting, bro. Now it's like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? I got secondhand embarrassment, bro.
No,
I got secondhand embarrassment, G. Because now I'm close to saying, oh, you know what? You can just hold that. I'm close to that.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm like, he can hold it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I was always saying he's better than Mbappe. He deserves the flowers that Mbappe is getting. But brother, I'll be real. He's embarrassed himself. And it's pathetic, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's pathetic. He's crashing out.
Crashed out, bro.
Big man crashing out, man. You know what I'm saying? The same Donny that was running around with hair extensions and that, bro. Listen, he's an idiot, bro. Like, I ain't got no time for it.
Like, he just has to. He's got a lot of work to do to kind of just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong, he's got plenty of time, but as you said, for him to get in the gym and to pattern up, and I'm pretty sure that's what he's gonna try and do. But
nah, he's done.
don't
He's done.
cry about being set. Don't cry about being set back, and then set yourself back even further.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Man's moving like Dame Dash, bro. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I know I got my Americans are in the house, blood. Like, he's moving like Dame Dash, bro. It's like at one point you had you had something going, and then you fucked it up because you talk too much. Do you know what I'm saying? So at one point I was with you, but now you're looking funny, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the real shit. Like, bro, you blacklisted yourself. At one point you was in the right, bro, and you fucked around, and now you're gonna find out.
Listen,
This
bro,
is the reality. This is the reality.
Don't kill me, blood.
Like, you're not a victim no more. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not a victim no more. Now you're just an idiot.
And to them, he's a black idiot. That's what's tapped now. To the white man, he's a black idiot.
Yeah.
Not all like, you know, but you get what I'm saying, innit? To the man that already, because let's be honest, as again, Vinny has been treated badly because he's a black man.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? These men are like, yeah, what? He didn't turn up. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But brother, it looks worse for him now because it's like you, your black self.
Yeah.
The one time you didn't win, you just didn't show up. So now all the shit that we were saying about you is right because your attitude stinks. That's it. So you proving my point now. You ain't got no class. Do you know what I'm saying? So now he's not winning that again. I'll be surprised if he gets nominated in the top 10 ever again.
Bro, it's crazy.
And this is the thing. He fucked himself, bro. Like Vince McMahon said, Brett screwed Brett, blood. I'm telling you. This is what it is. He screwed himself. And then next time when he doesn't get in the top 10, he's going to say it's because he's black. Nice, because you fucked yourself.
Also, I'd love to see what his stories were the day that Van Dijk didn't get the Ballon d'Or and Messi won it. You know what I'm saying? Where was your, you know, the liberation of man have to try 10 times harder then? Did you show your comeuppance when Henri didn't win the Ballon d'Or over Nedved? You know what I'm saying? Like, Salah, as I said, Salah's not even in the top 30, and he's better than he's easily had a better season than about 15 of the man in the list. He couldn't even make the top 30. Have you said anything about Africans? Anything about Africans? Was anything said about Africans? Nothing was said, bro. Nothing was said. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the energy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Like, I can't. Listen, you go again, innit? Vinny, you'll go again, but you fucked it, kid.
Nah, you fucked it for yourself. You won't go again, bro. I'll be honest, Vinny. You're done. You're done. You done yourself. This is the reality because the door that you would have kicked down by winning it, yeah? Now, it's a mad thing. Fuck the door. You've set the whole house on fire now. You're done. You're done. Because they won't allow you to win it again now. They won't allow it, bro. You know them ones. Like, this is where it is now. You've actually inadvertently, screwed yourself out of potentially winning it next year.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing got locked off in 2020. Bro, I even forgot about that. Lewandowski was supposed to win it, and it just didn't happen. It didn't happen.
And what did Lewandowski do, bro? Lewandowski didn't come out and do the mad thing. He just got on.
He got a Lego one built. That's what.
Yeah, but bro, so what? But at least you get me. That's how you deal with it, cuz.
He came back, and now he's schooling man at his age.
There it is. Do you know what I mean? So, bro, Vinny screwed himself over. You know them ones. I do have some sympathies for him, yeah, but on the whole, yeah, I don't feel sorry for people who are their own worst enemies, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm deep in it. Lewandowski had every reason to crash the
He had every
out.
Listen, brother, he could have done an Osterman thing on Instagram and had a real meltdown, you know.
Yeah, real, like he had 6 tuple.
Yeah.
Godmuller's broken record. Nah. This
Brother,
crashed
the fuck out.
He should have crashed. He had every right to crash out, bro. That's only just hitting me now. Like, it's sinking in 4 years later. They just locked the thing off. That is crazy. No one's been in a 6 tuple for the next 30 years, you know.
But this is what I'm
I can
saying. He
almost
done
say
a
that.
real historic thing, and Vinny's complaining about scoring 15 goals in the league.
He could have crashed. He should have crashed out like Kanye, fam. No, I'm deep in it. I'm deep in it. He should have pissed on his golden boot, blood, and posted it on social media, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
Lewandowski should have done, blood.
He could have crashed all the way out. He could have gone full Kanye West, bro. He could have done that.
Yeah, and it would have been fine. It would
Bruv, been
absolute-
understandable. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Like, because let's be honest, it was never ever gonna happen again for Lewa after that.
No, and his age as well. Vinny's a
Yeah.
young man. He can go again and again and again and
Yeah.
again and again.
And he had to watch Benzema win less, score less, and go and pick up that. But you get it. But I'm pretty sure man was said, played Benzema, you done your thing. You know what I'm saying? Is what it is.
No, that's a mad thing, bruv. You lot run up the likes and
Man,
also big up
right.
everyone supporting the thing, bro. We're like 80 away from 108k, bro. We're moving still. Red Talk's coming up back to back with Saeed. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bants. The title is in. Well, the link is in the title. What you got coming up for the rest of the day, my brother?
7:30. Obviously, certain man are gonna have to answer for their crimes yesterday. You know what I'm saying, man? We'll just be talking about yesterday's games and touching a little bit on obviously the games coming up on the weekend. But that's about it, man. It's a bit more of a quiet Thursday today. I've got a few match reactions out. I'm 30 subs away from 12.8. 12.8k. So
that's it. So
yeah,
if you
man,
ain't subbed and you're in here, make sure you run it up. It's still 1600 plus in here.
Yeah, I'm saying. So I might do in about 20. It just depends. I'm just waiting on a call. But if I don't have to run to this audition, then I'll quickly I want to run like a solo stream. So you might make sure to just hang around in it or hang around or whatnot, and yeah, within 15 minutes I'll know after act and stuff in it. So I got to wait on that. But if not, yeah, I'm gonna get some work done in my spare time. But yeah, man, good chat as usual, man. Ball talk, man. And someone in the comments, I just want to address something as well. Someone in the comments earlier on in the stream said, "MONTS is a completely different person on this stream." I don't like that sort of stuff, innit? Personally, bro, there's a time and a place to talk ball. I just want to make this very clear for anyone else who thinks it's funny to say that. Yeah, there's a time and a place to talk ball. Yeah, when the man want to banter about ball, I can go full argument mode and banter about ball. When man want to sit down and talk and have a conversation, I'll sit down and talk and have a conversation. So how I conduct myself on my channel, which by the way, banter is it's in the name of my channel, right? I think people just I don't know if you man have cataracts or whatever. I don't know what you man have, but Bants is in the name of my show. So I'm allowed to have normal conversations. I'm allowed to crash it on man because I'm a wind-up merchant myself. So I understand people want to crash it on me. It's the game. Yep. So please use your brains. And if you can't, stop typing and don't say anything at all.
I hear it.
So
I hear it. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. You know what I mean? Run up the likes and then make sure you spam the chat